Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the Escape beat. Just kicking, just kicking, just kicking. I need you to kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the Escape beat. Just kicking, just kicking. Okay, I would hit that note, but I'm not. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, you might be new here because there's not a lot of people reviewing Escape. Still kicking it, honey, but that's what I'm here for. Did I already tell you who I was? I did. So yeah, if it's your first time here, it's cool. It doesn't have to be your last time here. You just need to click the subscribe button and be a ray of sunshine. Then that notification bell right next to it, boop, and you're notified of all the videos that I upload. What's up, fam? What's up, my ray of sunshines? And for those of you that don't know, we live in light and truth, even though we can do 100 in the shade easy. Y'all, this wig, sometimes I be feeling it, and sometimes I be like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. I be feeling like I look like Oprah. Okay, so my work husband kind of embedded that in my head. And what else? What else? Oh, anytime I wear these glasses is because I didn't want to put on makeup. So it kind of hides my eyes. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're not here to talk fashion and beauty, even though I really, really need to get back on that because, baby, I be thinking I got all kind of style and grace and elegance. I mean, I know y'all popping and everything, but this is what class looks like. I'm tripping. So we are reviewing Still Kicking It. Excuse me. Escape. Still Kicking It. Okay. And I watched it the other night. I know this is behind, but it won't be going forward. I know it's only like 3 or 4 episodes. So I'm going to make sure going forward that I record them. And honestly, the push that I needed was from my girl, my ray of sunshine, A. Wilson. She was like, why aren't you reviewing Escape Still Kicking It? I was like, I am. For you, I am. You know, low-key, I wanted to anyway. And I'm hoping somebody will watch. So just real quick, like, Escape is really from my era. Like, they were from 92 to 98. They broke up in like 98. Some things that I didn't know that were revealed in the beginning of this very first episode was that Kandi was the youngest, that she was a freshman when they met. They met in high school, that Tamika and Tiny were sophomores, and then Tasha was a senior in high school, and that they kind of hung out together all the time, did talent shows, battled people with dancing, and, you know, they was on the Atlanta scene then. You know, you could tell that Tamika and Tasha grew up singing in church. They have that big, strong, powerhouse church voice. You know, so it was amazing to see that they got together with Jermaine Dupri in 1992. And then disbanded in 1998. We will talk about how and why in just a moment. What else? Oh, did I say they were discovered by Jermaine Dupri? I did. Okay, so let's hop to it. Okay, so when we first see them, we first see Kandi, and they talk about why they're actually getting together. Well, I didn't know this, but Jermaine Dupri had signed a deal telling Escape's life story without Escape. Now, that's some bullshit. I don't know how you gonna tell my life story without me, though, boo. Like, what? You don't even know what we went through from behind. You might have helped us get to this place, but you can't talk my life, okay? And so I believe that that's how Kandi was feeling, and she reached out to Tiny, who then reached out to Tamika and Tasha. But before they could even address anything, Kandi was urging Tamika that she needed to apologize, and not a private apology, but bitch, a public apology. Just like you went on there in 1998 on air, on the radio, and said how I slept with everybody. The baby daddy, the cousin, the uncle, the brother, Jermaine, the whole So Def Jam record. Honey, Tamika said she damn near dated everybody on the Atlanta scene. See, now, you know, there are really two Tamikas. You got regular Sister Dark Skin Tamika, and you got Tamika Tiny. That's how come I think Tiny's name is Tiny and not, you know, she goes by Tiny and not Tamika. Okay, anyway, so lo and behold, they go to the radio station and publicly say, Tamika publicly apologizes to Kandi, saying she went on air and lied and said some things about her that were not true, and for that she was sorry. Okay, so were you doing that as a genuine apology, or were you just doing that because what? You wanted to get the group back together because you need some Quintasia in my Malik voice. Seriously. Well, the radio host was like, oh, Escape is back. Does this mean Escape is back together? He just threw it out there. Just because she was on there apologizing didn't mean that they were going to get back together and to collaborate together as a group, as a unit. You know, Kandi got all the coins now. She don't need them. They need her. I'm going to say it again. Kandi is rich, bitch. They need her. Without Kandi, okay, I'm getting beside myself. I'm getting beside myself because I was watching this thing and I was all on Kandi's side, and maybe that's because I'm a Kandi fan from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm a Kandi fan from back in the 90s when I was young, and I was kick off your shoes. All I need from you is understanding. Okay, pause for identification, station identification right there. So the first time we see the four girls together, they are in a restaurant having a meal. You know, ain't nothing like good conversation in a kitchen and over a meal, okay? The kitchen and over a meal, especially in a black household. You see everybody, it don't matter how big, how small that kitchen is. Watch when Thanksgiving comes. All 80 of your aunties and your big cousins and you is going to all be in the kitchen trying to cook. They get together and they start talking about the group dynamic. You start seeing confessionals, and the confessionals start talking about the things that I told you, how they met, how they were formed, how they used to hang together. And Tamika, y'all, if you see me looking down, it's this. This is my trusty handy dandy note taker. So they sit and they start talking about the turn of events. Kandi is not with the Kandi's biggest issue is getting Jermaine Dupri not to do this film that he thinks that's okay. Well, come to find out, he was, you know, he claimed that he was just given the rights to whoever wanted to do the movie, allowing them the rights to the, you know, songs that Escape sang. But, you know, they all like, nah, y'all know that ain't true. He was probably spearheading it, probably had some coins in it, had some investment to it, you know, so that he could make some money. Y'all know Jermaine got money falling out his ears. Like, is that a quarter behind your ear? That's Jermaine, but like in the millions, right? Or am I wrong? Is he bankrupt too? You know how they be going bankrupt. So they began to start talking about tours like the Essence Festival and a concert in Detroit. And Kandi is really like, so y'all not as concerned as you should be about Jermaine trying to tell our story for us. But I'm in to do the Essence Festival. I'm in. So the next thing we see is we see the ladies at rehearsal. Hold on. Let me back up, because when I have a note here that says, so is Tasha the positive one? Now this is before I didn't watch the whole thing. So is Tasha the positive one because she's all like, well, let's just, you know, go talk to him and see what he says and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I was getting that kind of vibe, but I definitely retract that. So we see them on day number 1, the rehearsal, and guess who's not there? Tamika, the shit starter. Tamika is not there, and come to find out that has always been her MO. She is not. She always does not show up, or is the one that's late and wants to just, you know, okay, what's my part? Her reasoning behind that is because what, you know, she was okay with just harmonizing. Everybody else was fighting for leads, and she was fine with just being part of the harmony. Oh, okay, ho. No, you just late. You just late. You on CPT time. You just late all the time. But when Tiny calls her and find out what's going on, you know, Tasha, her older sister, had already alluded to it, saying that she's having stomach issues. And so, you know, Tamika's all like, I got the runs. I got the runs. Let me bring some wipes. I'm coming. I wanted to say in rehearsals, they sound really, really good. Like, I was like, okay, they sound good. They harmonize and it don't sound bad. Making me feel like maybe on the BET Awards, it was the sound stage, because they sound absolutely horrible. I had to make sure to go back and rewatch that. Because I was like, is this the rehearsals leading up to the BET Awards? Because this ain't what y'all sounded like. And maybe we're going to find out why. Maybe they were in a lot of discord, because you saw that they did have a lot of issues. So in that first rehearsal, you saw where they were singing Understanding, and that there had been some changes in the lyrics to accommodate a 3-part harmony. Shocked the shit out of Kandi, because she wasn't aware of that. You see, that just made her surface up all these old emotions about how she was out of the group, how they did her, you know, how they shaded her. If y'all anywhere near my age, you remember that story, because it was more like Kandi had gotten kicked out the group. It wasn't how we just found out. This was really eye-opening. But Andrea Kelly comes in as the choreographer. She got bomb-ass skills, and her little body cute, but that face, baby. Okay, y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. God forgive me. So, Kandi's uncomfortable with this dance routine. It's very sexy, but the other girls are all into it and can do it and swaying their hips and dipping and sliding and rotating and slow winding and a little twerking. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but Kandi's uncomfortable with the whole dance routine, because she's not a dancer, and she begins to isolate herself. It started with the 3-part harmony, and now it's all like, now you bitches got this old choreography you know I can't do. You know I'm not a dancer already. You know that, but you brought Andrea Kelly in. But Andrea's cool. She like, I'm gonna get you to that place. I'm gonna get you to that place. So you can see that Kandi's not enthused, and she's uncomfortable, and so she doesn't feel like she fits with them anymore. Well, then we see Tiny at Tiny's house with her family, her big family. She got 7 kids, but we see about 4 of them there, four maybe. Her mom, and Miss Diane, and we see Shekinah come in. Shekinah girl is the kind of bomb-ass BFF you need. She was like, bitch, you been getting some? Because I know that body. You look like you glowing. You know, that fucking body gets you all the way tight. What they give me? Some comes... Because y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That continuous sex exercise gets that body fit and tight. That booty be lifted from all that riding, and girl. So she asked her, you been dipping over there with T.I. getting you a little piece when you horny? Well, that's still her husband, even though. And then she gave us a little bit of a snippet inside. Like, let me go ahead and address this. I got 7 kids, and right now me and my husband are, having a situation. This is probably during the time that they were, getting a divorce, or, all the cheating and shit, her, him, the whole 9 yards. So she addressed it, and I was glad that she addressed it. And Tiny was telling them about the situation with Kandi, and how she was, how the dynamic between Tamika, Tasha, and Kandi is not the best. Like, and they both urged her, you need to be the peacemaker. You need to be the one to figure out how to bring them together. And really, Tiny gives me the spirit of a peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of somebody who wants to get clarity and wants things to operate smoothly. You understand what I'm saying? I think this light, that glare, is it bothering you like it's bothering me? So Kandi, we see Kandi, and she's talking to Don Juan, baby. Don Juan. And at the same time, we see Tamika and Tasha with Tasha's husband, getting their bodies together for touring or whatever. And they both are talking about the set list, okay? In addition, though, so they're both talking about the set list, and Kandi is not happy with the set list. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I was looking at the set list, I was like, I don't want to see that shit. People don't even know the words to most of them songs. You have to be a die-hard fan. So you want to pull me in. And that first song, I can't even remember what the name of it is right now, would not have pulled me in if I didn't know, if I don't know them. Now, when they singing and shit, I'm going to be with it. But you want to make sure you grab me and jog my memory as to why y'all is to escape. And why I just spent this money to come see y'all in the concert. So I was with Kandi on that. And Don Juan Don Juan, he said, y'all got a A and B selection on a revival night during the weekday. I fell out laughing because y'all know, y'all the A and B selection on the weekday during the revival. Because everybody know revival set off on the weekend. Because on the weekday, people may or may not come. You got to be diehard church to go. But on the weekend, everybody come out and be, okay, I'm just saying, y'all know, it's the truth. And we also see that the Double T's are talking about the same thing. Tasha's excited about her set list, which is really looking real stupid to me. But they also talk about how Kandi doesn't feel like she's in it 100%. Well, Kandi still side-eyeing y'all motherfuckers. She ain't talked to y'all in 9 years is what we found out. She's still side-eyeing y'all, still trying to see what it is your end game is, because she got all the bread. Slice after slice after slice is what she got. And so they talk about, you know, that she seems like she's not feeling it, and, you know, she's been alienating herself while we're over here, she's over there, partly because she does not know how to dance, and partly because she's not very trusting of you guys yet. She don't know you, don't know nothing about you. Y'all done blossom. She done change into somebody, metamorphosized into this big beautiful butterfly, and y'all still over here in cocoons. So she trying to see what it is that y'all want from her. What is it? What is it? What is it? And Kandi's right. I'm gonna agree with her that it needs to be a smash hit at the beginning and a smash hit at the end. Because you're going to remember more what they started with and what they ended with. And you need to give me a few of them good hits in the middle. You know, mix somebody else's music up in there too. Because you don't want us to feel like it's not memorable. Because I'm telling you, if they come to LA, I don't do a lot of concerts. But if they come to LA, I'm going to go ahead and splurge. And I'm okay to go by myself to a concert because I can Uber and get in a car and Uber back. Okay? Listen, I'm all for it. Okay, so then we see them at the rehearsal number 2. And Tamika says, well, what do you think about the set list? Now, I feel like you already knew I wasn't going to like the set list. That's why you asked, because you really don't like the set list. And you really just going with the flow because that's your sister and she all excited about that shit. You know that was some bullshit. And you know that Kandi has a voice now. She ain't that young girl that was just riding y'all coattail just because. She has a voice now, okay? She has a voice now and she's going to use it. You're going to hear what she has to say and the logic behind it. And of course, Tasha is not having it. Don't make no sense to her. Why would we do it? You know, we need to build them up to that. You don't want me to be bored. You don't want me to be bored. You want me to be hyped like I'm excited that I spent this $100 on this ticket. Honey, but the tickets better not be more than $100. So Tiny, with her peacemaking spirit, says, hey, let's take this outside. Let's talk about this. Let me talk to y'all out here. Let's take it away from the band. They don't need to know about the inner workings of our issues and it become hot gossip on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? Or on the Shade Room. Let's take this outside. Let's go in here and let's sit and talk about it like grown-ass women. Y'all know how I feel about grown-ass women. If you don't, you know, catch me on a Truthful Thursday. I like when you could be grown and you could talk about some shit. All of a sudden, T.I. shows up because I guess, you know, Tiny was like, well, yeah, you can come through. And I mean, it's nice that he's there. It's nice to see Tip, you know, but I would like to see her stand on her own without him. Like, she's Tiny from Escape. So, when he comes, you know, Kandi asks him, hey, what do you think? What if you were in the audience, what would you want to see? And he said, I would want you to come out with your bangers. I would want it to be where I heard it and I would run in like, oh my God, I'm missing it. Like, I would want to be on time. Now, that's the only thing. Black people don't be on time and shit. So if you do Just Kicking It first, how many people are going to miss Just Kicking It? That just hit me just now. Maybe second or third. Maybe Tasha was right. I don't know. I don't really sing. But Tasha is not happy with, you know, them doing Just Kicking It first. She is not in agreement with T.I. You know, you ain't my man. I ain't got to agree with you. I could be like, no, he is not the voice of reason. Yeah, Tasha is throwing all kind of shade. She don't really like, you could see that not only does Tamika have an issue with Kandi, who she's trying to work through it, but Tasha really has an issue with Kandi because right now it looks like they're vying for the top spot. And we see that Tasha used to be, you know, the lead singer, the top spot. She has a powerhouse voice. I mean, you can hear, you heard it on BET. You know, Kandi was real weak and shaky on BET. They had never been on BET Music Awards before, so it was probably very nerve-wracking. But Tasha has a really great voice, but Kandi now carries the name. So now that they've done, like, what does it sound like for us to do, just kicking it first. Tamika Baby says, so how do you feel about us doing dates without you? And if that didn't send Kandi through the fucking roof, like, why would you ask me about doing dates without me? Escape coming back together is under the guise of it's the four of us. Now, old and new know Kandi is Escape. She's the face of the group right now. We know Kandi first, right? We know Kandi. She's been in the public eye for a few years now. We know Kandi and what she's about. We know Tiny and what she's about. But Tasha and Tamika, like, I'm not going to see Tasha and Tamika by themselves. I need to see all four of them together. I'm not discounting them because their vocals are phenomenal. But if you tell me I get there and there's only 3 of them there, why am I here? What did I come for? Why did I come? What was the purpose? Because I wanted to see all 4 of you together. And a lot of people are going to want to see Kandi. We know Kandi from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby. We want to see Kandi. It ends up turning into this whole thing. Tamika ends up saying she got the trademark back because back in '98 when they dispersed or disbanded, they lost the trademark. So she texted everybody for their name and their address and didn't tell them why, and formed a company and the trademark back. Now, listen. Kandi has all the money and has all, I keep saying that, has more to lose than most of the other group members. If this tanks and something happens and my name is attached to it, of course they come for me. Now, she's a smart businesswoman, so I'm sure she's taking care of that shit already. But I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just saying, you can't just put nobody's name on no fucking business license. I mean, on no fucking business and no trademark without notifying me and allowing me to take a look at it and my people, because you know Kandi got people. But the big news was how they disbanded. So they had in '98 has, you know, stopped singing. Came back together in 2001 when Tasha's solo career didn't do so well. Okay, didn't do so well. She lost her deal. So she was like, let's get the group back together. Well, Kandi wasn't ready, and they sent Kandi a leave notice, you know, sign this leave notice, sign this leave member notice, you know, pretty much saying you're out. Okay, pretty much saying you're out. And she pulled Tasha's card and said, listen, they gave you to say you wasn't ready either, but they didn't give you no leave notice. And Tasha said, even if they had, I wouldn't have signed it. Bullshit. Well, Kandi, we know Kandi ain't no punk. Don't show me something and tell me I gotta go, because I can stand on my own 2 feet. I just made it. Me and Tiny have been writing songs for other people in Atlanta, and they have been doing really well, and this is what I'm good at. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. So then Mona Scott, we sitting in there listening to them argue, and Mona Scott calls. And Mona Scott calls and says, when it rains, it pours. Now, when I say when it rains, it pours, that's in a negative way. So I was expecting something negative to have happened. But she's all like, the BET Awards wants us, like she's singing, but I guess she's backing them, wants us to sing at the, BET wants us to sing at the BET Music Awards. And listen, they kind of like, Kandi, where are you available? Because Kandi's saying, y'all just making these dates and talking about all this stuff, and you guys aren't checking with me. I've got prior obligations. I ain't just sitting at home like a has-been, not doing shit. I'm not doing that. I got shit going. I got a whole family. I got another little TV gig going. Shit, I got clients of my own. I'm putting on plays. I got a restaurant. Honey, I've got an empire, bitch. Yeah. So they end up saying that Kandi ended up saying that she's available, that she would be available that day for the BET Awards. And so they go their separate ways. And Kandi's like, okay, I need to talk to you, Tiny. And, you know, the one thing I like about Kandi is that she's not afraid to show her emotions. She is passionate about stuff, and she is honest about how she feels. And she tells Tiny, you making me look like the bad guy. I thought we were in this together. I don't know them. You've been talking to them for 9 years. I just met up with them. And now y'all talking about businesses and who puts a business in somebody's name without their permission and, you know, without notifying them and letting them know. And Tiny kind of goes, Kandi, are you in or you out? That's the question. Are you in or are you out? And really, it's not that simple, but I could see what she meant and where she was coming from. Are you in or are you out? I don't know. And you know, Kandi's kind of hot-headed. I was expecting her to be like, I'm out. But Tiny went on to say, you know, Kandi went on to talk about why she was feeling that way. I don't know them. You know them. I don't know them. I'm trying to fill them out. I was here for Essence, but now y'all talking about more tour dates and all kind of shit. You're getting beside yourself. Hold up, swole up. Like, hold on a minute. I got other obligations. I just said that already. So Tiny's all like, I'm not against you. I'm here for you, and you need to communicate that. I'm not going to do that for you. And Tiny's like, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, Kandi's like, I don't have a problem with that. I can speak for myself. But you can't have me out here in these streets looking stupid, pretty much. You out here just going along all willy-nilly with them because this is what you need to go ahead and reestablish yourself, because you and your husband is having issues. She ain't say it, but really that's what it is. Like, I need to build my own brand back up because me and T.I. are not in the best of spaces right now. I need to show everybody who Tiny is. And so, of course, she would probably lean more with the other two broke bitches. I don't know if they broke or not, y'all. I'm sure they go to church and they still love the Lord. And I shouldn't have said it, but I meant it. Because they ain't got Kandi's money. It ain't dripping from the ceilings, honey. Like honey, it ain't manifesting and making itself over and over again. So, yeah, that pretty much wrapped up the whole episode. But I'm going to just say this. The entire time, Tamika's ass was getting on my nerves. Like, her fake ass, I'm sure that's fake, was getting on her nerves. We all know that Tiny's ass is fake, but it wasn't getting on my nerves like Tamika's was. It was really getting on my nerves. Like, bitch, you really wouldn't have some work done. Like, what have you been doing? Now I need to Google and see what she been doing. What did y'all think about this episode? I really be trying not to make them 30 minutes long, y'all. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about the first episode of Xscape Still Kicking It. Are you here for the entire 3 or 4 mini series that they have to offer? Are you here for it? I'm here for it. We're gonna rock through it all the way to the end because it looked good and juicy and messy. That's it for today. So just let me know what you think about this episode. Tell me how you think about how I reviewed it. I gotta figure out the style of this one because it's all over the place. And give me a thumbs up if you're gonna be watching Just Kicking It with me. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my review of Xscape Still Kicking It. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll see you on the next video.